Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack on Productions. Today I'm Bancroft being joined by Jimmy, Jason, and like always, Fluff.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, people?
And like always, there's buttons. Feel free to click them because they're there for a reason. But today's matchup is that Jimmy is playing against Jason. Jimmy has brought back Mechikabura, and Jason's brought back Red Broly. So, I can't remember in the previous week, and I didn't come, unfortunately, to this week's event, but did you come across any like super aggro decks, Jimmy, before this?
I actually played Jason during the shop championships.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you guys kind of had to know
was-
what this matchup was.
Yeah, that was my first round, I believe, at shop championship. So I knew how this matchup was going to flow, and he actually played around some of my early game plays, which was very smart and kind of threw me for a loop. And I had to switch gears about a quarter way through this matchup to catch up.
Okay.
Because I was really planning on him taking his normal Red Broly route.
So with that being said, then, Jason, since you played Mechikabura last week, what was your thought process going into this match then?
Basically, my thought process was to awaken as quick as I can and get the 4-drop out as quick as I can. That way, if he decided to kill my cards, that I could just bring them back out by discarding a card.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, since the match has already started, take it away.
So normally on my turn one, I don't like going first with this deck because I lose out on the swing. If I have Dragon Balls in hand, it's easy to mitigate losing out on the turn one swing. But in this matchup, I think I opened with 3 balls in hand, and I actually decided to not activate any of them, mainly because I did not want to drop my Yearning for the Dragon Balls, because that will force my opponent to warp a 1-drop battle card on their end. And in a lot of the matchups that I've had with Jason, he likes to early set the 1-drop on field and just pass with it, standing, or just leave it on field. And it's an easy way to force a chain restart. But he went with the Planet Bumpa, and you actually whiffed on this, correct?
I did. Pretty hard, too.
Which is, dude, that that hand. I didn't realize you whiffed that hard on it. Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't see any cards on that Vampa that I could play. It was rough.
Good news is you don't have to discard anything since you're not taking anything to hand.
Right.
Forgot to mention Jake's with us as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He come from under the stairs where we keep him. Little
I'm
Jake
going back
Gremlin.
into the stairs to finish editing now. Sorry, everyone.
All right, I got you, bro.
If you see me, I'm like shuffling 500 times now just to make sure.
So it kind of like set me back in a way too, because I was, saving the Yearning for the Dragon Ball for the 1-drop, and I ended up getting to play it in a different way because you swung with 10k crit at my lead. And I believe you just left it at 10k, and I was able to just activate activate battle on the Dragon Ball and get out of that attack.
Yeah. Wasn't actually expecting you to block that attack. I know it was crit, and most people like to block every crit attack that I throw at them, but that early on in the game, I wasn't expecting you to block it.
That, and since I have the possibility of getting Dragon Balls in the life, I did not want to take a crit and then have a situation like this where I had 2 balls in life. So that sets me down to 5, on my second turn, which I kind of want to stay at a very high life total with this deck a majority of the time, since nothing requires my life to be 4 or less or any sort of specific life total. There's situations where I've awakened to 8 life and I've stayed at 8 life the entire game.
Gotcha.
So I felt somewhat comfortable putting the just go ahead and dropping my other Yearning for the Dragon Ball, just because I knew you're probably going to go 1-3, possibly 4 next turn. So I knew I was not going to get the 1-drop warp ability. And also here, I chose not to put Dragon Balls into the drop area of a Salsa. I was contemplating it right here. because I decided if he did leave a 1-drop, I could just swing with my lead next turn and then grab a Yearning and force the restart. But to talk about a little tech that I've been running in the deck is this Son Goku Deadly Premonition, or Catastrophic Premonition. So if you don't know what he does, when your opponent draws a card using a non-leader card skill, or adds a card from their deck to their hand using a non-leader card skill, he gains plus 10,000. And Salsa has the auto of when this card is played, your opponent warps 1 card from their hand, then draws 1 card. So that forces a 10k on him, making him a 15k double strike for 1 energy, which is fantastic. And that sticks until the end of at the end of your next turn. So if your opponent on their turn draws a card using a non-leader card skill, then you have another Salsa or one of your Tobas to play. You can make him a 35k body, easy peasy, which is just fantastic. And I do believe at one point we do lose count of the counters on him, just due to the amount of cards going all different directions. But I don't think it really mattered in the grand scheme of things. I think he would have been a 15k swing on the turn that I caught it instead of a 20k swing.
From what I remember, I think that's right.
Yeah. But I think you negate that attack. We'll get to it when it's there. But I think you negate that attack, so it didn't matter either way. I don't think you would have took the 15k double strike anyway.
No, definitely. Because I think at this point in the match, I had 3 or 4 negates in my hand. And then a super combo as well.
Yeah. Which I was actually really scared of this matchup after hearing Fluff talk about your all's match where Fluff lost to a "Is that all you got?" And then I realized, wow, "Is that all you got?" can clear my board so easy. With all of my base battle cards being a 15k body, I was like, if I get "Is that all you got?" that's just ouch town.
It's a really good negate.
Oh, for sure. Surprisingly, that card does not run a lot, and I don't know why. I know there are stronger red negates, but it's still I would compare "Is that all you got?" in some matchups to something like Violent Rays or even Topo. It's just a fantastic card.
I mean, you can negate a leader swing and neg 2 other cards.
Yeah.
I only have 1 Violent Rays, so I run 3. Is that all you got?
Which, if this goes to anybody watching this video that is interested in actually playing Red Broly, if you don't have Violent Rays, you don't need it because you've been so successful with this deck with only running 1 copy.
Right.
You have many other options. You don't have to play the meta, which is still is a testament to how strong this deck is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's so many different choices you can go. The only advice that I have is definitely, I think I have my deck at 56 cards. And I'm willing to cut down 1 or 2 more just to get it back down. But 54, 55 seems to be doing me pretty well. Any more than that just kind of bogs me down a little bit. As far as
I think
searching for cards.
Yeah, Broly is such a consistent deck that you can kind of run it at a higher card total and not feel too bad about it, which is interesting because a lot of people tend to try to keep it at 50 start and not go any deeper than that.
Yeah,
so it's very interesting.
Yeah, because I run it at 55, I think, because I got the King Vegeta counter.
Mm.
And I run 2 of each.
I believe it's this turn that you've done something very smart. I think it was partially to the matchup we had during our shop championships, where you went ahead and strategied on the 3-drop Broly. Which is very good, because if you can see in my hand, I have the Supreme Kai that will warp a battle card from your opponent's field. And I would have done it on that attack, warping the 3-drop. And you're not awakened, so you wouldn't get your backside ability. but giving him barrier made it, impossible for me to do that, which is just a fantastic play.
Yeah, because I didn't want to awaken yet. I wanted to use my other energy first before I awakened. I didn't want to waste the free energy by awakening. And I knew playing you guys in the shop, most of you guys go after the 3-drop. So I'll put that in there to kind of protect it so I could get the 4-drop out and then awaken.
Yeah, so that was a fantastic play because it completely shut down my Supreme Kai setup. Because I think if I landed that Supreme Kai, you had the 1-drop in hand. I don't think you had another 3-drop, did you?
No, and I think that's why I protected it.
And then not swinging with the 4-drop and going into the 5-drop, guaranteed that you're going to be able to put that there. And I don't think you had another 4-drop in hand, if I can see correctly. So you wouldn't have got a ton of value off of your awakened leader.
Yeah, plus I wanted to get another card out of your hand.
And I did do the risk play of, warping the 5-drop because I did not want to deal with a 30k crit. It does allow you to play the 4-drop, and you do get the 5-drop back in the next turn, but I felt like I could deal with that. And warping another card from hand is kind of inconsequential at this point in the game, at least for me. Because I did feel like I was going to be able to survive another turn and get those cards back. They were nice enough to let me swap out the card that I warped, because I realized I made a big mistake on sending the salsa. And I don't exactly remember what was going on in conversation right here.
I can't really remember either. That's why I was pausing to try to remember what was going on.
I think you might have been just debating on swinging with it or not.
So I'm trying to peek at your hand to see if you had another 5-drop there by any chance. Because
I don't.
Do you at least have another 4-drop there, though?
Oh, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, I think I did have another 5-drop in my hand. I also had 2 6-drops in my hand.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I only had 1 energy, and I know I couldn't get him down. I wanted to keep the other energy up because I knew I only had two life left at that point.
Gotcha.
And I needed more negates to survive his attack or his turn.
Because my only concern was that that makes sense, hanging on to energy for that. But my only concern, I guess, really was if he had awakened the leader, he could take your 4-drop from you. But I forgot you get the 5-drop back.
Yeah, and this is where I used that Vegeta negate.
Which negging down that Goku was smart because you had seen the salsa in hand. You knew that he was going to hit 35k on this turn by playing the salsa. So it was smart to hit him down so he was a more manageable number.
Yeah, considering that was my last energy too, I figured I needed to neg the double strike as much as I could.
And remind me again, what exactly does Salsa do again on swing?
Salsa on play makes your opponent warp 1 and then they draw 1. And then on swing, she warps a battle card from the drop area, then Salsa player draws 1 card. Yeah, so it works really nicely with the Goku because it forces a draw on your opponent and gives Goku the +10. So I think we actually got confused, so we did do the markers correct here. There was just a lot of things going on. I couldn't keep track of what was exactly happening. So I think he would be a 20k at this point.
Gotcha.
So,
and I think I used the blocker here anyway.
I believe you do block. That's right.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if you blocked or negated.
I blocked. I think I had a image, and I needed Sparking 5, and that blocker gave me the Sparking 5.
Yeah, and after image does come out this turn, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you're palming it there.
Yeah.
I don't remember what on what attack, but I was really surprised by the after image. I didn't expect a after image at 2 life. Like,
Oh, okay, I just comboed out of your attack there.
or it might be the next turn that it happens, because I know you do get one more turn after this.
Oh yeah, because I do to get you down to 3.
Yeah.
Well, 15 minutes in.
I'll say
And I wish I could have got Shroom out a little bit earlier because he can't hit 3 drops. So right now he's just only there to warp a card from the drop area. I don't remember if you warped a card or not, but I don't think it really matters in the grand scheme.
The fact that Mechikabura
So that'd
plays
take
the
you-
card in active mode is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know it negates its skill.
Which the thing that
was waiting-
sucks is go on, I'm sorry.
my bad. I was waiting for you to steal my card so I could play the 4-drop.
Which the thing that sucks about this matchup and stealing the 4-drop is because of Servant. He's a base 10k, right?
That's right,
If I remember correctly. Yeah, so he's only a 10k on my turn, so I'm just using him for fodder to put Ginyu the Body Snatcher on field. Which I was hoping that you would actually play the 4-drop here, because I was trying to whittle down the hand, because that's what I was scared of. And if you can see in my hand, I have the Topo Poutine, the 2-drop. So I was hoping to get your hand down so you would have the inability to swing on your next turn.
Oh god.
I was going for broke here. I ended up warping the Dragon Balls, which is not the biggest deal ever.
Especially since you said you have poutine in your hand, you got something that keeps
Yeah.
you safe. Now, is that only
Exactly.
one card in your hand that I see?
Yeah, that's only one card, but I get the cards back from the drop areas.
Ah, yes.
From his board.
I mean, it's kind of risky at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
if he had a 5 and a 6 in hand, he could rip your entire hand in.
Yeah, which that would, I mean, he would want to attack at least once probably because I'm at 4 life. Because getting into the 6-drop at that point wouldn't really be much value at 4 life.
Yes and no, because the 6-drop is double strike crit. So if you would have done the 5 and 6 play, get rid of your hand, swing double strike crit, then swing with leader who has crit, and then swing with another card afterwards, he could have got you there. But like it just depends on what it was in his hand at the time.
Well, I also knew that unless he was able to counterplay this, he was going to have to either combo every card from his hand or combo off his entire field. So I felt very comfortable taking. I wasn't even really a calculated risk. I just felt really comfortable in the position I was in.
Here's a quick question. Ginyu, real quick. What is Ginyu's natural power? I can't barely. Is it 20 or 25? I can't barely tell right here.
He is 20k base,
Okay.
but he loses 10k on the opponent's turn.
So, but if I'm correct, Jason, you played Hidden Ambitions, I think. The negate that next another 5. For a
I
reason.
think I just used a combo
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
okay.
it was just a combo.
Gotcha.
because I didn't have any energy in order to use it, so I just used it to combo because it's got 5k combo ability.
I think it's a free negate if you're less than 3 life.
It's not a negate. It
It's
minuses 10 to the attacking card,
Oh.
and then -5 to every card after that. It's also not a battle card. It's just an extra card.
The one I'm thinking. Okay.
No, he used the counter, I believe. The counter,
the counter.
Yeah, as a battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking of a different card then. Okay. Cool.
And I want to mention something about this poutine. Jake, if he wants to come out from the closet under the stairs to talk about this, because I realized this in my matchup with Jake, where poutine's topo effect, bottom decking a card and making your opponent warp 2 every attack, that is on the auto skill, not the counter. So you can counter and then choose as an optional effect.
Yeah, unlike Topo, I could have cold bloodlisted it and didn't. So you can like interact with that card in that way, unlike
Yeah.
Topo.
I thought Topo was on
Well, I
play
guess
as well.
Topo. Yeah, but the discard portion of Topo is
Oh.
tied into the counter.
Yes,
Is kind of what I meant. But I guess you can interact with Topo with Cold Bloodlust, but you're still gonna get your. If you're the Topo player, you're still gonna have to drop a card.
Yeah. So, like in situations where the card would not be played, you can just choose not to. Well, the card never gets played, so you never get the option to even bottom deck a card. So it's kind of like a risk-free Topo. Like, it's a fantastic card. And I knew that he had 2 cards in hand. He literally could only attack once with the field that he had set up. So I knew there was no way I was going to lose the game this turn. Which, I mean, if we look back when Topo was first released, a well-placed Topo could change a game. And same thing with Mechikabura with Poutine. A well-placed Poutine can just turn off a game or a turn.
I agree and disagree with that. I had Topo in my Broly deck, and I'll be honest, every time I played it, I end up losing.
Was that you just getting one last hit in before he defeats you?
Yeah.
I'm just curious,
Yeah,
like...
Down to 3.
And then he has to block.
drag it
I'm
out
like,
a little bit, you know?
I'm like, bro, if you want me to sneeze on you, I'll sneeze on you. Like, come on now.
I was debating if I should just get him down to 3 because I knew I was going to lose anyway, and I went ahead and have 4 life. I was like, yeah, I got to get him down to 3 at least. So I used all my resources to make one attack go through.
And here comes, I think, the investment of Fluff and Jimmy, right?
I believe so. Should be. Yeah, there it is. If I have to remind you, I am your world champion, whether you like it or not. Fluff can contest it, but I am the undisputed world champion of Dragon Ball in the state of Kentucky, specifically Lexington, at one specific shop.
Like he said, Fluff can dispute it.
It is definitively contested, sir.
I'm prove it.
I will.
You guys need a match up for that to happen?
Yeah, we have to get matched up, which Jimmy seems to vehemently avoid. So
I feel like first round next week should be you two. Make it happen.
On camera.
On camera. There we go.
Okay.
Spicy.
So I don't watch a lot of wrestling, so I'll let one of you guys kind of do the promo trailer for next week's matchup.
Are we going to cut promos on each other?
I need time to prepare.
Fair enough. Then we will prepare that for next week's videos. Maybe we'll do like a separate video for that before the matchup. If you're all into that, let us know, because it will happen. But, like earlier, there's buttons. Feel free to click them. Jason, last words.
Shuffle your deck. If I would have shuffled a little better, I think I would have done a little bit better. So definitely shuffle your deck.
And since he came in with the chair to smack someone in the back of the head, Jake.
If you want to win, you have to practice. And if you want to dodge metal folding chairs, you got to have eyes in the back of your head.
Jimmy?
I'm realizing that I'm being disrespected as your world champion on this channel, so I'm going to suggest that you go and subscribe to Jake of AOP, because he respects me as champion. He invited me on the channel. I don't know if it's going to be the first video, but it should be, because the world champion should always be first. I am number 1.
I don't know about. Yeah, I guess a teacher respects their student. You know, like 2-time champion and fresh champion, still flexing it around.
I don't want to hear this from a washed up 2-time. I'm the current.
Wait, haven't you just won 2 times in a row so far?
Well, still championship specifically.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Just because you won 2 WrestleManias, bro. I won the Royal Rumble. I won the championship. I won the Hell in the Cell this weekend.
Yeah.
You got nothing on me. You got nothing on me.
All right.
I've been here the
also
whole
like- I'd also like to contest that I've won at least 2 before. At least.
So,
I
Fluff,
got
I
the
guess
record.
we'll see you at the Hall of Fame induction.
I guess because
I don't know. I feel like a long time ago, around set 5, Jimmy was like, "I'm the best one here," and walked in the new champions, and we took over for a while. And we felt sad, so we gave it back to you. With that being said, Fluff, lead us out.
Yeah.
Bancroft just walks in like the Undertaker.
Like the classic I am a plumber promo. Jimmy, you just got smacked down by Bancroft. So looks like I've got a
Bancroft
like-
did the Undertaker comment did make a little bit of sense because Bancroft did walk in looking like a middle-aged lesbian.
Wait,
So-
what? That's before all my haircuts and the goodness of my features now. But you're right. All right, continue.
What's wrong with middle-aged lesbians? Read your cards, know your plays. Let us make mistakes so you don't have to fluff out.
I mean, you did that. That was pre-keto, Croft. So
It was.
like,